Got the ECS blower torn off.
Yep. I'd say A&A is much better design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you got with that?
I mean, that fucking everything. Motor's coming out.
Intercooler.
Motor's coming out.
Forgot.
I'm not touching any of that shit. Just pulling the motor out.
Gotcha.
So just gotta finish taking stuff off the front, take the exhaust off, and then out she comes.
Yeah, my dad's was like Smurf blue with fucking white stripes.
I just
Want me to give you a hand?
easier taking these things off. I'm just gonna take this bracket off.
Alright.
Ooh, it's so much love that.
Push that thing in the corner.
Yeah. Let's go this there. Let's go this there. Alright, Garrett, that should be so much easier.
Yeah, that's the thing though. When you're getting a car restored, you never tell somebody to take their time. Because they will. I'm excited to get my hands on it because everybody who's touched it has had it for so long. Like, I'm going to build a fucking car in a week, you know? What are you doing? I'll probably go to the tires and get it to the point where we can
It's gone. It's not in there anymore.
Nope. Where do you think it went?
You know where it's heading out to?
Place we always send it to in Jersey.
Oh, okay. Alright. We'll see it when it gets back.
Like we tend to do this season. Want some pistons? Want some used pistons?
No.
You didn't know.
I think I'm alright.
You think you're alright? Here's a sticker.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Still take a fucking 12 hours. Far trip. I don't mind the 7 hours.
Shower.
Fucking 12 hours different.
Get in some of that old elk.
Especially when you're going fucking.
Get ready for the game. But what am I gonna do for dinner? That's a real question. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for dinner.
Yeah, last year they skipped that one with Super Street, which I actually hope they do again.
What did you say?
So he's gonna make 3 pulls on it. It's gonna be perfectly fine. Yeah.
This thing got a motor, right?
Yeah.
Getting a fuel system?
Already has one.
What, at the SX or an A&A or something?
Some, I don't know. I have to take the liner out. not a DSA. Oh, this thing I think is a 4. A 4, yeah. 4 fuel system, yeah. So twin or triple in-tank pumps is my guess.
Yeah, it is getting meth. Well, it's got alky.
It's got to say it's got alky, but that's going right in the garbage.
You gotta take that out. Put our system on it.
And we're reusing this blower.
Yeah. An ECS kit on it.
Yeah, a little ECS. Let's see what it is. I guess a little 1500 or whatever. It's leaking out of the plug. Yeah, 1500, which is like a V3 SI. I don't remember when I last recorded, but I think the blower wasn't on. So now it is.
Yeah. Yeah, blue's on.
I assume, are we using that same intercooler?
Yep.
Oh. So we just got an AA bracket and flip drive.
Yep. Didn't put any pulley on it.
That's a tiny little guy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's like a half size intercooler. Oh, it's getting meth, right?
Yep, it's getting meth.
Well, it had
alky.
had junk alky.
Yeah,
Throwing that in the garbage. Pour our meth kit in it.
Yeah, it's back there.
Does this have our valve covers on it?
Yeah.
We never did this car before, did we?
No, I think it came in and it got clutch and valve covers.
Got what? Clutch and
valve covers, yeah. I already had all the other stuff on
okay.
it. Then we just obviously retuned it. That's the only time I've seen it. Because I know it has our lines on it.
Yeah.
Just one less, so we had to touch it. You know, I think it also had flex fuel flex sensor that we took off.
Oh.
Maybe that's why I lined it.
It's got a similar hood to my race car. This. And that. Alright, keep plugging. I don't really record much because I got other shit to do. They're all out to lunch, but I figured I'd record some. Kyle's getting close to wrapping this thing up. I think Matt just made a pipe. We're gonna get it powder coated. So should have that back in a couple days. Other than that, this thing's probably, I guess once we get the pipe back, ready to fire up, looks like. Should be alright. Make a little power. Alright, 2007 C6Z. This car came to us and it had a blower and stuff on it already. We did pulled the motor out, put pistons, rod bolts, main studs, redid the bottom end. So it's still stock crank and stock rods, which we do a lot. You know, that'll handle plenty of power. Put our cylinder heads on it. Changed to an A&A blower bracket because it had an ECS kit on it. So it's now an A&A bracket and all that stuff with an ECS head unit and still ECS intercooler. Put a different radiator in it, shortened one from DeWitt's. Our meth kit. Then ID 1050s. That's it. We got an A&A direct drive 8-rib setup on it. So, and I just made two short little pulls. On cars like this, obviously that aren't our setup, I like to make a couple pulls, make sure it's close before I start filming. First pull was 520, and that was like literally a 2-second pull. Second pull, it made 711, and that was to like, I don't know, 4,000 or something. And then I didn't even change anything. It just looked good, so I just made another one back to back. And I just made a pull up to 6,200, and it made 840. and 747 torque on 9 pounds. So pretty good right off the rip. I got 10 degrees of timing in it. I'm gonna set up the cameras and start recording. I didn't even record the screen, anything. I really didn't think I would have like made that much power that fast on like that short, like within a couple pulls. But whatever. Be right back. All right, let's see what this thing has got. .872, 757 torque, 9.5 pounds. Wideband wasn't working because I think it blew it out on the last pull. But there's a wideband in here that I'm watching. 891, 746. I had a little bit of timing up top. I mean, not much. I added, I think I added a half a degree. But it liked it, obviously. 10, I revved a little higher there. I revved it to 68.25. Made 10.2 pounds. Pretty solid. I'll be right back. Alright. Another half a degree of timing. I added some fuel up top. .903, 750 torque, 10.3 pounds. Dude, I love when we do the engines, because the person that does our engines is the same person that does my race car engines. Weston Machine, a local place. They don't do engines for anybody, like literally anybody, but they'll do ours. Good dudes up there. They generally just do machining for people. They don't like assemble engines, but the guy Kenny who works there likes doing LS's, so he assembles our stuff. This motherfucker has 101 pounds of oil pressure at 60, I don't know, 6,700 RPM. Fucking love it. I'm adding another half a degree of timing. I don't know if it will take it or not, but we're about to find out. I added it all the way across the board too, so it should pick up torque and stuff too. 914, 754. 10.5 pounds. Just because I've revved it to 7,000 there. I now have 12 degrees of timing in it. This thing's doing pretty good for a little blower. Right. A little bit more timing, a little more fuel. See if we can make this bitch make like 925. Now this has a tiny little blower on it. It's like the Paxton Novi, whatever it is, like 1500, which is equivalent to like A&A V3 SI. I don't even think it's equivalent to a T. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure the 1500 and the SI are the same. I think the 2000 and the T are the same. I don't really ever deal with ECS blowers, so I'm not positive on that, but I think so. And for those that didn't know, Vortec and Novi are owned by the same company, so they're the same blower. Pretty good on my guess. 926, 759. 12.5 degrees of timing. Let's this thing chill for a bit. And I'll be back. It's got an ECS fuel system on it, and I think it's dropping pressure. So on the next pull, I'm gonna put a fuel pressure gauge on it and check it, because duty cycle is higher than I think it should be with these injectors. It's got ID 1050s in it, and it's on pump and meth, so it should be a lot lower than it is. So I'm suspecting that fuel pressure is dropping, but we'll confirm. We'll be back. All right, we pulled this thing off the dyno yesterday. I think I mentioned that I thought fuel pressure was dropping, and it's got a ECS fuel kit or something on it, fuel system. So I wanted to check the regulator to see if there was a boost line ran to it. And of course, the fucking regulator is back in the wheel well back here. Dumbest spot ever for a regulator. So we had to take the car off the dyno, take the wheel off, pull the wheel liner out, and we ran and put a boost line on the regulator. So it'll probably be rich up top now, because I was compensating and making the airflow still okay, even though the pressure is dropping. But duty cycle was like 102, so we'll see what an extra 10 pounds of fuel pressure up top does. Let's see. I don't have the outside camera on, just because I don't know how many pulls I'm going to have to make to make sure our fuel's good. So it might only take one pull to dial it in, so because it shouldn't change too much. Actually didn't change a ton. Man, it's such a pain in the ass to try and look at fuel pressure on there because the thing is inside the wheel well. I don't know what we're gonna have to do. I don't know what their pump and stuff consist of, but maybe the pump just can't support this power. I'll get back to you and report back. All right, Eric's got the fuel pressure gauge hooked up to it. I'm not recording the screen or out there. We're just doing this to see how bad the pressure drops. By the end of the pool, it's down to 30, which is literally exactly what I figured. That's kind of what I figured.
Halfway through the pool was at 60.
Yeah, I can tell when it drops. It honestly seems like it starts to drop. Like the last 1,000 RPM, I think it just drops. Yeah. All right. I mean, it's not that it's like unsafe. Like air fuel's still like okay, but I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't know what the fuck this. I don't think this guy's gonna want to just change his whole fuel system, but we'll see what he wants to do. We'll be back. All right. We're not gonna do anything with the fuel system. I don't think customers gonna want to put a fuel system in it. It's not that it's unsafe right now. It's not going lean or anything. But we're just gonna basically make the customer aware, like, hey, this pump is struggling to keep up now. Which in the future, if the pump starts to die even more, it could go lean and hurt it. It's got a wideband, so it's gonna tell them to keep an eye on the wideband, and then later down the road we can change it. About all we can do. I'm gonna make one final pull on this thing, and maybe two, I'm not sure. About it though, we'll see what we got. This thing has such good oil pressure, I love it. I'm gonna try and see if I can fatten it up a little bit up top. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to, but I'm gonna try. This thing should be fun. I still don't really have any timing in it too, and I'm not really gonna put any more in it with the fuel pump like that, so I don't want to try leaning on this thing, in quotes, leaning, with the potential of it going actually lean. So, plus I think 925, I'm sure he's happy with that number. I mean, especially for that small of a blower, it's a killer. This wideband in here actually is a little richer than that one out there, so not by much, but thing sounds really clean and healthy during the pull, though. I like that. Sometimes they're I don't know, sometimes cars just don't sound like clean. Like this thing sounds nice and smooth and clean. Everything's like it's firing on all, obviously it's firing on all 8, but it just sounds like it's running really, really crisp, you know? That's probably going to be it for this thing. 104 pounds of oil pressure during that pull. So you guys can see 104 pounds of oil pressure, 12.5 degrees of timing, whatever, 160 some kPa up there, but doesn't make much more. 170 kPa, which I'll do a little conversion for you guys. You got to subtract 100 since that's atmospheric. So 70, it's 10.15 pounds of boost. Whatever, 12.5 degrees of timing, 100 pounds of oil pressure. This thing is money. That's it. You should be happy with this thing. He's going to need a tire on it, but this thing should be a stout, fun street car. I think he's got a little race lined up with his buddy in a Blackwing. I don't think that's going to end up too good for the Blackwing, but we'll see. Especially as long as he has a tire on this thing, then he'll be okay. But that's it for now. Later.